I'm kind of rambling. And welcome to my 31 days of Christmas body positive. Hey you guys, so I believe this is my Vlogmas 27. I'm on my daily walk. I go about a mile or two a day. Just want to talk to you guys about a few things that have been weighing on my heart. You know, just get my thoughts out there. I don't know, maybe someone can relate to it or whatnot. But I've just been pondering people in general and just different people that you deal with and things like that. This is probably going to sound a little discombobulated, but hopefully it's comprehensible. So the first thing, leaves are falling, is about dealing with unbelieving people and narcissists, which I tend to find that it goes hand in hand. The definition of narcissism is someone who only sees life through their own point of view. I think I'm correct about that. If you have someone in your life where it's like talking to someone or talking to a brick wall, that's probably what it is. Good morning. Good morning. But if you ever been around somebody and like you can try to get them to understand, but does it ever seem like they go out of their way not to understand? Either they stop talking about the subject that you're talking about and never bring it up and ignore it because it's a losing situation for them and they realize that, or they get upset really easily and they say, oh, you're just assuming things. And they don't understand how crazy it sounds. Like, no, I'm not assuming things. You just said this. This just came out of your mouth. So that's not assuming. You just said this. But they don't understand how crazy it sounds because they're only able to see their point of view, their wants and their needs. And they can't fathom on why you don't understand why whatever it is they want or need is what it is. Does that make sense? It's almost like it's greater than anything you can say to them. It's like they know what they're saying sounds ridiculous, but they can't, it doesn't matter. It's because it's what they want or that's it. And it's also to the point where you can try to explain to them and try to tell them something and they just don't believe it because believing it would mean having to evaluate themselves. So I've got to the point in my life where if someone asks me a question, I tell them and they don't want to believe it. They say, oh, I don't believe it. Or if I'm arguing and I'm like, okay, no, I didn't say that. This is what I said. They don't believe it. I got to the point where I just don't care. I'm like, okay, well, fine. Don't believe it. Don't believe it then. Because I'm just starting to realize that I just need to pull back. I need to pull back of how much I give of myself to people who will never, either cannot or are unwilling to give me the same effort that I put into it. And I think that goes hand in hand with the sun is bright, you guys. It's beautiful out here. Hand in hand with narcissism. It's a real thing, and I think I dealt with that for a year. The more I think about it, I'm like, God, I really have. I've seen that. Like that, I've never had that in my life before, and now that I've seen it, it's like, wow, okay. So that's what that is. And yeah, I think what a narcissist does, this is just my own saying, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not none of that, but I think what a narcissist does is two things. They either, if you're talking about a subject and you're talking about how it's going to affect everybody, but they don't care how it affects everybody because what they want is great. That desire is greater than them having logical sense to think, you know what, they might be onto something. They might be right about that. I need to reevaluate that. Doesn't matter. They're narcissists. They want what they want. That's it. So they'll do one or two things. Stop talking about that to you, that subject, and act like it never existed, it never happened. Like they won't bring it up anymore. It just never happened, never existed. And it helps them cope better with it instead of trying to work through it and understand why. Or sometimes they can act like they don't understand what you're saying. You can explain it to them and explain it, and they look at you like, oh, I don't get what you're saying. I don't understand what you're saying. And it's like, you do understand what I'm saying. You just don't want to, because you know what I'm saying is going to make you have to reevaluate yourself and the things that you're saying. You know, it's like you're sitting there and like everybody else understands, but you don't understand. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. You understand. If it's explained to you 4 or 5 times, then maybe they don't. Maybe they don't have. I don't know. I just know that this year I'm gonna not completely pull back, but I'm gonna pull back a little bit on several things, because I'm starting to realize that I'm a loving person, and I'm going to continue to do my charity work, continue to help people, but I can't lose myself in the process of helping other people, because then when I get to my older age and it's said and done, I look back and I realize, well, I'm still in the same spot, and these people that I've helped have advanced, and they've gone on, they've done things, you know, and I can't be naive anymore to think that, oh, I helped them get to that place. That means that when they get there, they're going to remember me, and they're going to want to pay it forward, and they're going to want to help. Or if I need them, they're going to be there for me. I can't be that naive anymore. I have to realize that that's not always going to happen. So give of myself, continue being who I am, continue working with the charities I love. But I need to pull back on certain things, and how much I give of myself to other people. And I need to do it equally. So I need to do like 50% other people, help other people, give to other people, be there for other people. But then I need to get that other 50% and give it to myself, be there for myself, help myself, advance myself. So yeah, you know, I think that's about all I have today. It's just something my thoughts just been weighing on my heart. It probably makes no sense, but it doesn't matter. It's how I feel. If you can relate, or maybe you've dealt with this as well, or maybe you've been pondering something similar, then, you know, comment below and let me know. You know, I'll comment back. We can talk about it. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.